Chicken wings, definitely the title now.
And with that, we're going to transfer into episode 42. Let's just dive right into it. The MLB Lockout was almost, it's basically solved.
Play ball! And they ratified it at 6 p.m. Unfortunately, nothing's happened yet, which is really, really irritating.
Right.
Because free agency opened at 7. But yeah, after 99 days of misery, the lockout is over.
I don't even really call it 99 days. It was more like 2 weeks worth of misery. Because then they started canceling games.
December 1st was when the lockout started.
Right. That's when the contract expired.
Yeah, so they added a pre-arbitration bonus pool. I'm not entirely sure, I'm not entirely sure what all they're doing with that yet, but, I mean, they added it, so which is cool. They raised up the minimum salary to $700,000, and increases $20 a year, or $20,000 a year.
$20
every
we'll
year.
give you guys a $20 increase.
Did you really grab the entire bag?
We got Little Caesars.
It's
Obviously, you
right.
guys can't see that, but
That's fine. They raised the competitive balance tax, which is it's essentially a soft cap. You just pay higher tax rates for each tier you go past. It's up to $230. So teams that are already over, like the Mets, who are basically at $300 million, can spend more. They added a 6-pick draft lottery. So, not quite like the NBA where every team that misses out of the playoffs is in it. But the 6 worst teams, they're trying to prevent tanking, which, I mean, you can still tank to have a shot at the top 6 pick, because this top 6 still isn't that bad.
The whole MLB draft process sucks anyway. So
They are also trying to add an international draft onto that, which Tatis said would ruin baseball in the DR, which I completely believe. But yeah, they actually tied that to the whole qualifying offer crap that they do, which is all draft compensation and stuff, which is why half of the veterans don't get jobs if they performed really well. They have till July 25th to decide on that. They expanded the postseason to 12 teams.
I did see that.
First round is now 3 games. I think 5 and 6 play and funnel in. I think is what it is. And the big one, they added the universal DH.
that's huge. That hopefully will give baseball the shot in the arm that it needed. Because, fans are getting bored of it. The amount of politics. Normally, we've seen this problem in boxing. Politics has really gotten in the way of it. But it seems like that's becoming a much bigger problem in baseball. With all the rule changes and crap.
Yeah, but that's really the only way to keep the MLB exciting at one point or another. Because, a lot of people don't get excited about baseball anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the theatrics around it.
And say the 99-day lockout just made it even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
there was
that's
nothing
true.
to talk about. That's
But
the problem.
I think that the universal DH hopefully will, like I said, just give baseball a shot in the arm.
Holes.
Gives Nelson Cruz and Albert Pujols way more job opportunities now.
Yeah, seriously.
I was definitely against the universal DH when it was first being talked about a year ago or so. Obviously, that's not the first time it's talked about.
Oh,
but
yeah.
When I first started noticing it, and people were talking about this upcoming potential lockout. But I think at this point, I'm pretty excited that it's coming. I think after looking into it, it's going to be more beneficial for the league. So I'm happy they did it.
Like I said, I remember when we talked about it the first time on the podcast. I think we were actually at your house. And you were like, yeah, I hate the DH. I don't know why they have it. Or something along those lines. I'm like,
Maybe.
I mean,
Hey,
don't
man.
give players who's older that can still hit.
Nelson Cruz? Man's is 41. They could probably still hit 30.
But
Dude's
that
insane.
could hit 400 bombs still.
Matt, still really mad we didn't get to see him play with the Rays.
Did he get traded that day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he was playing, I think, the next day.
Happens. Maybe this year.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
There's a few big free agents still at large. Freddie Freeman hasn't signed yet. Carlos Correa is still out there. So Corey Seager got, I think it was 10 years, $325 million. People are thinking Correa could get more than that. Especially now that the tax rate.
Correa is definitely better than Seager.
Yeah.
The Tigers came out yesterday. They were like, yeah, we're not going to sign Carlos Correa. We just signed Javier Baez to 6 and 140. I don't know why you guys.
Which is an L, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't think I could hate Javier Baez more, but found a way.
Here we are.
So all I said was like, please don't sign Javier Baez.
What, for your team?
No, I just didn't want. I didn't want him. I didn't want to see him 19 times a year.
Why not? If you throw every pitch in the dirt,
Because I hate him, Matt.
if you throw every pitch in the dirt, he's gonna swing at him anyway.
Yeah, but he's still gonna run his mouth. That's why I don't like. I'll take
He
the
can't
free
run his
second.
mouth when he's striking out on 3 pitches.
I was gonna say that's not gonna stop him.
I was gonna say, had to stop
Yeah,
him
then he's gonna
before.
talk crap as good as you, Gingy.
Hey, yeah, I struck out 3 times. You suck. Yeah, take
You're
that.
still out. You're still bad.
Oh man, that's such a funny movie.
Greatest Raising Cane's employee of all time, Clayton Kershaw. He's still out there. He's pretty much either going to go back to the Dodgers or he's going to sign with the Rangers because the Rangers are his hometown team.
Well, Clayton Kershaw is, rather a stud, so.
Yeah, how'd you decide that?
Well, Matt. See,
It
there's
runs
this,
in the name.
there aren't many pro athletes named Clayton. You see Isaacs, you see Matthews, you see Brady's. You don't see Clayton's.
Brady's usually only the last name, though.
I was gonna
All
say,
of them.
name a pro athlete with the first name Brady.
I knew you were gonna ask me that crap. Brady Quinn.
He doesn't count. He's not an athlete.
Who?
Brady Quinn.
One of the
What sport?
one of the
Football. He
million
was a
ground
flashy
quarterbacks
ground
that
quarterback.
busted.
Name a decent professional athlete.
I can name one, but he's not going to get it.
Go for it.
Brady Anderson. He was he was the leadoff hitter for the Orioles back like the early to mid 2000s.
Okay, I'm talking about right now.
Exactly. Right now, there isn't one. 1 point.
Because I can name a Matthew, just won a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford. Clayton Kershaw.
Name Isaac. Well, not how I spell it, but
Well, it's because no one spells it like
Nobody
you,
spells it like
Gingy.
you do.
yeah.
Isaac Okoro.
Isaac Okoro. No, can't see Jonathan Isaac.
Nope, that's the last
That's the
name.
last name.
Any other Isaacs?
Isaac Bonga.
Isaac.
No, that's Isaac. Good try, though.
Isaac.
Dang it! Isaac Paredes was a minor leaguer for the Tigers.
Also,
The
Isaac.
Michigan's football. I was gonna say Michigan's football coach was named Brady Hoke at one point. That was pre-Harbaugh.
Still not an athlete.
They fired him to bring in Harbaugh.
Well, they beat Ohio State.
Indeed.
Took him a few tries.
Brady Hoke, I don't think ever beat Ohio. Well, no, I think he beat him once. I think Brady Hoke beat
I
Ohio
was to say,
State
it would have had to have
once.
been a while ago because...
That might have been the year
Street-
Denard Robinson played for Michigan, like back in the early 2010s.
Yeah, it would have been.
What?
Fuck Ben Simmons' chance are out, baby.
Of course.
What?
Well, they have to be.
He,
No
went,
other way.
he went and warmed up, but he didn't play. Katie's going crazy, apparently.
Kyrie apparently hit a splash of 3 in Harden's face. I don't know why we didn't turn that game on. It's fine.
Well, why would we do that when we
Jackets
could
game
watch
on?
the MAC men's basketball tournament?
They're up by 20. What do you want to watch?
Tommy Schmock, because he's still playing.
Didn't Blue Jackets game on?
It's okay.
But-
Why would anybody care about that?
Yeah, nobody cares about the Blue Jackets.
Isaac. Hey, no one cares about the
What
Blue
are we
Jackets.
talking
Speed.
about? How did we get...
Clayton Kershaw.
That's what
Right.
we're talking about.
But, I mean, I could see him going back to the Rangers. Like, he's won his ring. He's done
Especially
his job.
since the Rangers just stacked up this year.
I said they added Seager and Semyon. They might still add more.
They'll be a decent team, for sure.
Absolutely.
We like to think so, at least.
I hope so.
Who are they keeping around that was already good?
Crap, it's that pitcher, left-handed pitcher. What's his name?
I was about to say, I knew there was a picture. But
Then they have the one
Let's say
outfielder,
the
Joey
Rangers.
Gallo.
No, Gallo got traded to the
The
Yankees
Yankees.
back at the deadline.
That's right.
Gallo's
And
a
the
great
Rangers
guy.
don't really
I
have
was
any
saying,
good pitching.
Gallo is also a free agent right now.
They
Schiff got banned, so Joey Gallo might be an interesting
next year.
piece.
That's for next year.
Oh, they're not doing that this year?
2023, that's what I'm going to bring up. 2023 abandoned the shift, talked about robo-umps and bigger bases. So still, the rest of the stuff's still normal for this year.
What was his name? I'm so annoyed. He was a decent left-handed pitcher, though. He wasn't bad.
Not for the Rangers.
Yeah, he played for the Rangers.
Oh, the Rangers did sign John Gray, but he's not a
Nolan
lefty.
Ryan.
Also not a lefty.
He was right-handed.
I was close, though.
Why? This is gonna bother me the rest of the episode.
Not even
Anyway.
you, Darvish wasn't a lefty either. So I have no clue who you're talking about.
Jose Leclerc.
No.
I don't know.
Righty.
Left-handed.
He's also a closer. Well, former closer. He's kind of bad.
Still a pitcher.
That's true.
But
I'm just trying to see if I recognize any of their names. on the roster.
His name was Mike, I think.
Sam Huff, I recognize, but that's just from MLB The Show.
Mike.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Isaiah Canfer-Lefa, I recognize.
I saw
He
him.
might get traded to the Yankees.
I saw him in a Zach Campbell video. That's how I
Nathan
know
Lau.
he threw like a one-hitter. I think he threw a one-hitter.
Is it Lau or Low?
It's
I think it's
Nathaniel Lowe and Brandon Lau.
yeah.
That would be what? Willie Calhoun.
They both played for the Rays at one point and played side by side. You know how
Adolis
terrifying that
Garcia,
was?
that's a name there.
Adolis Garcia.
Because he was in the
He kind of fell off towards the end of the year, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like they were still bad, so it didn't matter.
There's that. Yeah, he was in the Rookie of the Year votes at 29 years old. 28.
He was a Cardinals farmhand for the longest
He
time.
just,
Oh my
he just
gosh.
The Cardinals outfielders are all just stacked. Like, in their outfield and the ones that traded away. Because they had Rosarena, too.
But now we got Tyler O'Neill and Lars Newbar.
Bader, Newbar, Daniel Carlson. All the Cardinals need the competent shortstop. They'll be fine.
Trevor Story.
That's what I was going to say.
The Indians will get Trevor Story though. Yeah, no, we won't.
You gotta spend money for
Bro,
that.
I'm perfectly okay with the Med Rosario. That may be a hot take, but I am perfectly okay with Miles Strawn and Med Rosario up top two hitters.
Yeah, they are perfectly okay. You guys continue to be average while the Tigers bunny hop you this year.
I could
I
see
wouldn't
it.
go. I'm not involved with that.
Oh,
And
I
then
said.
you're
I
gonna-
said.
If our pitching
And then
stays
you're
healthy,
going to
we'll
lose
feel good.
Ramirez in free agency because you're not going to trade him, and he's not going to resign for the lowball bull crap that you guys try to give him, and then you're going to lose out on another amazing player.
Welcome to Cleveland
Actually-
sports, Matt. That's just kinda how
On
it
that
works.
note, they are slowly and surely trying to sell their way out of the team.
Well, they
Really?
better speed
We
the
have
process.
we have this coming year and next year left with Jose Ramirez because we have 2023 as a club option.
Right. There's no.
So as long as they sell the team by the end of 2023, Jose Ramirez wants to be in Cleveland. We could get it done.
I hope they wait till.
Paul Dolan, if you're listening to this,
Why you
sell the team.
Like I said, the MLB isn't my favorite sports league by any means. It's definitely behind the NFL and the UFC. But I don't know. The Guardians have been consistently average since I've been watching baseball. Like, yeah, they've been consistently average. They had a World Series appearance, and that was cool. 2016 was a fun year to be a Cleveland fan.
Party in Napoli.
Outside of the Browns. But,
Party in Napoli.
Trevor Bauer.
yeah.
Screw your drone.
Yeah, that's true. I still blame that on you. That's your fault.
I mean, that was a really bad combination of Salazar and Carrasco getting just mauled during the regular season, like right there towards the end, and then Trevor Bauer being up at 3 a.m.
I was going to say, it still boils down to Trevor
Oh yeah,
Bauer
I mean it does still boil down
slicing
to
his
Trevor
pink
Bauer.
open on a drone.
Uh,
Good job, moron.
I mean, I absolutely agree with that,
Well,
but
the funniest part was watching him pitch as he wipes his
Oh,
hand
yeah.
on his white pants and covers them in blood as if nobody's.
Oh, it was like
notice.
noticeably dripping off his hand, too. It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
I was gonna say,
All over the
yeah.
ball.
Yeah. It's not, and I remember the umpire was mic'd up that game. They like flashed back to it. And he was like, "Yep, he's bleeding pretty good. You're gonna have to replace him." Really? Say it ain't so, Tommy. Probably from Yeehaw, Georgia. That's a strike right there.
That there's a strike right there. Two there's.
There's a strike right there. Speaking of redneck sports, let's move into NASCAR.
What?
no.
I was like, we talked about we talked about like one topic.
Hey, there's a title, Redneck Umps.
Redneck umps.
Title.
Title.
I'm happy all four of us did that. Good job, guys.
He doesn't even know what we're talking about though. He's never watched an episode.
I don't really have anything in the NASCAR department, though.
Good.
I might be going to a race at the beginning of August. Obviously, I'll update you guys more as that comes close, but I'll get my Daisy Dukes and cutoff flannel ready. That's for
Are
sure.
you gonna vlog it for us?
Oh, of course.
On the TikTok, we'll give you the password.
That was better than
You gonna walk around with your selfie stick?
Please!
I would blend in so well in a NASCAR crowd with a selfie stick.
And your Daisy Dukes, yeah, you would. Keep your koozie full. You're fine.
Yeah. But I don't really have anything NASCAR-wise. Daytona
Blue
500
Canyon out
happened.
there, boy. It's Pepsi.
Daytona 500 happened a couple weeks ago. Some guy, I don't even remember his name, but that was like his 7th NASCAR race, and he won
The Daytona 500.
the Daytona 500.
Go off then.
I think last week, who was it?
You are not gonna try and talk about NASCAR right now.
I think
We're trying to get off of NASCAR. Why are you trying to talk about it?
Okay, I'm just not gonna say what I was gonna.
Why are we trying to get off of NASCAR?
Because nobody wants to talk about
Because we
NASCAR.
didn't even finish the MLB. You're gonna be a stupid.
Nobody wants to listen to us talk about NASCAR.
Yeah,
All
that's a
right,
good
then
point.
you took a right turn. Then
No, he didn't take a left turn! Well, I guess,
that was the problem.
I was going to say, I guess if he did take a right turn, we would get to talk about
It'd be a
it.
lot more fun to talk about the right turns. But
But
that Jeff Foxworthy skit you were talking about.
everyone wants to listen to a NASCAR interview where you have no idea what the driver's talking about. Well, we were running pretty good today until about mid of the race when the Taco Bell, NASCAR, Applebee's, Pizza Hut. But we finished the race pretty good. And Jeff Foxworthy's like, as southern as I am, dude, what? Were there any words in that? I've been paying attention to NASCAR a little bit more than normal this year. No real reason, just why not? With the premise of me going to a race has definitely made me pay attention a little bit more. So, that's all I have. Back to the MLB.
Thank God.
I was just looking for an end.
Well, I mean, you always don't combat sports at the end, so I figured you were doing that at the end.
Well,
So-
we'll get there.
In terms of the CBA, when the players' union voted on it, so there's an executive board of 8 players, and then each team has a rep. So all 8 members of the executive board voted against it, but then the team reps voted 26-4 to overrule
The rest of the
it.
players were like, let's just play baseball.
The only I know the Yankees voted against
The
it,
Yankees, the Mets, the Cardinals, and the Astros.
Right.
So 3 most hated organizations and the Cardinals. I think it was like that on both ends too. I think those were the 4 owners that voted against it as well. I mean, Steve Cohen loves spending money, so that doesn't surprise me.
Let's just get some baseball.
But 5 out of the 8 members of the board are Scott Boras clients. For those of you who don't know, sheesh. But for those of you who don't know who Scott Boras is, he's like a super agent. I think he's almost hit $1 billion in contracts this year. This offseason alone.
Wow.
He's insane.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Still, that's huge.
He spent a lot.
He's insane. Yeah, I was gonna say because Lindor, Scherzer, I think Garrett Cole might be on the board. Adrian Miller's on the board, but he doesn't have a contract.
Any comment, Matt?
Doesn't deserve one. Still not sure why we got him.
Because you thought that his arm would be
I was
okay,
gonna say
but
because we dumped him.
I was gonna say we lit his elbow on fire before we set him off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, pretty much. Watching Andrew Miller though was pretty fun. Like
When he was
Watching
really
him
good.
live was amazing.
yeah, during that run,
It was like watching
Corey
first-hand
Kluber
Karen
was. I listened. I didn't watch the game, but I listened to a game where Corey Kluber. It was against the Cardinals actually. Corey Kluber struck out 18, and that
I
was
watched that game, then I went to the game the following day.
that was one of my
Freaking Johnny Peralta ruined no hitter.
that was one of my favorite memories to be.
Johnny
completely honest.
Peralta, you can
was
take
just a-
this, eat it.
It was just a cool thing to listen to. You know what I mean?
Brady? They can't see it. That's by design, Matt. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Peralta used to play for the Guardians.
Do they really not have it
What?
on ESPN? That's disappointing.
Are you talking about Nets Sixers?
Yeah, I really figured it would be on the ESPN Plus.
I figured we would do.
Is it on TNT?
I don't really have a whole lot with the MLB though. Just a side note.
I never have much with the MLB.
Yep.
The Cardinals were very mid all season. They went on their big winning streak and then got bounced in the wild card. So
All right, Clayton.
there's not a whole lot we can do. We need some pitchers for next year, but
All right, Clayton. On a good or bad, Karen check.
What? I think he's bad now after the banned substance thing. After, we
She's
saw
like-
clear evidence of that last year.
I think he's going to stay in the minors.
No,
I don't think he'll go.
he'll come. He came back up
minors,
at the
no.
very end, but the very end is sort of the problem. I don't know. I'm saying Matt and I got to watch him blow a save live and in person.
it's true.
Got to watch Dan Johnson suck at the outfield. But yeah, fun times. I think that.
It's on TNT, man.
Okay, does Brady even get TNT?
Yeah, hit the home button.
All right, I got my.
What do you have it on?
Alright, Clayton, you want to wrap up that one?
That.
Clayton, you want to wrap up?
What?
Oh, we're done already?
Do you,
Nothing
do you,
else to talk about?
I was saying, do you guys have anything else to talk about?
Is that really it?
I think so.
There's gotta be something else. Right? We gotta be missing something.
I don't think so. Like, spring training hasn't started. Pitchers, catchers
Hey.
haven't reported.
That's
Tomorrow. They can report as early as tomorrow.
Cool.
True.
Tomorrow?
That's crazy.
That's good.
Good.
What
Good
am I
to see.
looking at here?
But I don't have anything else. I just have a quick combat sports thing. That's all.
Go for it.
Okay.
For in the boxing world, Canelo Alvarez, the world pound for pound king right now. He is being about as good a champion as you could have for boxing right now. He's fighting a lot. He just signed a new contract. He is fighting again on May 7th. I think it's a tradition for him to fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend. He's from Mexico, so that's a big deal down there.
That's kind of cool.
Jumping up to light heavyweight to fight Dimitri Bivol, some WBA light heavyweight champion. And if he wins, he'll get to fight Gennady Golovkin. I don't know how to actually say his name,
These
but
names are wild.
he's known as Triple G in the boxing world. If he wins his fight in April, they'll fight again. Canelo is 1-0-1 against him. So that'll be good. Should be a good fight. The other thing that I have is Tyson Fury. Like, he's being great for boxing too. He's fighting again here in, I believe he's fighting in April, yeah. April 23rd, Dillian White for his title in London, England.
It's my cousin.
Anyway, but Dillian White no-showed the press conference, which was kind of funny because Tyson Fury did a stare down with nobody. So,
It's kind of funny.
yeah, Tyson Fury's good for boxing too.
You gotta get fined for that, right?
Yeah, I'm
For
sure
not
that
showing
they'll
up
take
to a
something.
UFC, because that's like the big thing before the fights.
Right, it's a boxing press conference, but principle's the same. What?
Who was the last pay-per-view?
What do you mean?
There was a pay-per-view
What happened
recently.
over last weekend?
Oh.
Somebody crapped on somebody and they called out Poirier.
Oh yeah, Jorge Masvidal versus Kobe Covington.
Thank you.
So I got crap on it.
Yeah, I think I touched on this in our last episode, but Covington crapped on him, dominated. One
We
judge
just
had
recorded
it
our last episode a few minutes ago, so probably not.
2 episodes ago.
No, that was me Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was just talking about it then.
3 episodes ago.
But
was
yeah,
the-
Jorge
was the-
Masvidal got dominated.
Got
Got out wrestled. One judge had it 50-44, which means he got 10-8 in a round. Like, that's bad. That's getting dominated. But I think now is either the time that he should fight Conor McGregor, Jorge Masvidal. That's a great money fight to make at 170.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he called out Dustin Poirier, former teammate again. Him and Jorge Masvidal actually train together now. Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's part of
And
that was
Kobe
part of
Covington was on their team until he became.
Those games aren't even worth watching.
Joel Embiid
honestly.
just tried the James Harden sidestep 3 and airball. It is worth watching because they're fighting each other.
But the only other thing that I really have in combat sports is that fight will never happen. I can almost guarantee that Kobe Covington and Dustin Poirier will not fight each other.
Probably not.
Dustin Poirier came out and said, I don't like Kobe Covington. I don't want him to make money off my career. If we're going to fight, we can fight in the street.
All right.
Gangster. Hilarious. Anyway. There's no real big fights coming up. Like, nothing really until April.
Wasn't Jake Paul fighting soon?
No.
Logan Paul came up with Mike the Miz.
Don't worry. He'll be
That's not
booked.
relevant.
He'll be booked against, like, Vladimir Putin or something here in a couple weeks.
Oh, please.
He's kind of
That would be
busy right now,
something.
Actually,
What? No, it'll be like in Rocky IV when the Russian fought the American.
yeah, like I said, Putin's kind of busy right now.
Yeah. But, I mean, in the combat sports world, that's pretty much all I got. Lightweight championships coming up. I would, maybe if we're all in town, we should buy that one, because Justin Gaethje's an animal. I'm
When
happy
is-
to see
when
him
is it?
fight again. It's in May, I think. It's in late May.
When are we gonna watch Sean O'Malley fight again?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't think he's booked, but he should be fighting relatively soon. He fought, like, not that long ago. Maybe less than a month ago, I think. So within the next 3 months, he should be fighting again. Exciting young lightweight or bantamweight prospect. But that's all I have pretty much in the realm of combat sports. I don't think I have anything else. Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, that'll be a good one. You got an absolute animal in the striking game versus arguably the best submission specialist the UFC has ever seen. So
That was trouble. Yep. Sorry.
I think I saw one of the Paul brothers WWE.
Yeah, I said that. He teamed up with Mike the Miz.
Yeah.
Some dude got salty about it too.
Well, the Miz is from Cleveland, so that would make sense.
Checks out.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I don't know how I know that. Like I know that the Miz is from Cleveland, and I think that John Cena's from Massachusetts. But
Bro, I got to watch Mike the Miz try to play softball live. That was a wild time.
oh yeah, the All-Star game. Yeah, that would make sense.
Watching Simone Biles try to get the fly ball is watching me try to get the fly ball. So,
Oh god.
So this probably be cut out. So literally, so the pop up. See Simone Biles go like this, and then
Just
yeah, it is
flat
just
on her
like
back. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is just like you.
I was like,
See, that's why we need cameras to do this podcast, just so they can watch Brady do that.
Yeah.
Travis Stafford.
And then we can all go,
Travis
earthquake!
Travis Stafford hit a softball in the old bullpen.
Not surprising.
He was like 45. I was surprised.
He's an animal, dude. He's gonna hit him out still.
The only thing that irritated me about that was Jim Tomey having pitch bending his children. I was like, bro, we're here to see you.
And
Now you little
hitting an
kids.
actual home run.
But does anybody else have anything else for this episode?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, this concludes episode 42 of Hot Take Sports. Some MLB and a little bit of combat sports and some NASCAR. That was a burp while saying NASCAR. That's so fitting. Anyway.
NASCAR.
Just happy to have baseball back.
Yeah. Happy that that agreement got reached. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16.
Buy merch to make Matt pick a team.
I'm gonna buy it.
Matt's gonna buy an NFL team? Are you partnering up with AB and Kanye to buy the Broncos, are you?
I have $500 to my name.
That's something I
$500.
That's something I was gonna bring up.
You're ahead of me.
That's something I was gonna bring up.
I haven't finished paying for this
Yeah,
semester.
bring it up quick.
No, I'll bring it up after we're done.
Anyway, so go to hottakesports.online, go buy merch, and yeah, that concludes episode 42.
Send
Thanks
some
for hanging
hot
out.
takes. Rate the podcast on Spotify. That's a really easy thing to do.
Please do.
Leave us some
Ratio
comments,
us.
suggestions.
Please ratio us. Just
Stop
do it.
talking.
Anyway,
Just click the button.
thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, and we'll see you next time.